Miss Universe 2022 is Miss USA Urbani Nola Gabriel. Here is the review of the Miss Universe 2022 final competition where I will give my honest commentary about the final event. If you are enjoying watching this video, then make sure to click the subscribe button and like this video. It will help me with the YouTube algorithm. Tonight was the grand coronation night of the 71st edition of Miss Universe 2022, which was held in New Orleans, United States. 83 delegates from around the world competed to win the Force for Good, Muwad Miss Universe crown. The event started with all the delegates dancing in the colorful and vibrant New Orleans-style music and production, wearing Portia and scarlet dresses. The host for the event was the outgoing Miss Universe 2012 Olivia Culpo and the charismatic Jeannie Mai, alongside Miss Universe 2018 Katrina Gray and Zuri Hall as the backstage correspondent, bringing us behind-the-scene news about the pageant. The top 16 semifinalists were announced in 3 groups of 5. The first batch had Miss Puerto Rico, Miss Haiti, Miss Australia, Miss Dominican Republic, and Miss Laos as they played their introduction video where they talked about their background and advocacy projects. The second batch of semifinalists had Miss South Africa, Miss Portugal, Miss Canada, Miss Peru, and Miss Trinidad and Tobago. The final batch of semifinalists included ladies from Curaçao, India, Venezuela, Spain, the USA, and Colombia, with Miss Colombia Maria Fernanda Aristizabal as the winner of fan favorite voting. The biggest surprise who made the top 16 were Miss Laos, Miss Haiti, and Miss Canada. It was shocking to not see Miss Philippines Celeste, Miss Thailand Anna, Miss Jamaica Tosh Ami, and Miss Mexico Irma not making the semifinalists, as they all were frontrunners and gave fantastic preliminary performances. It was disappointing not to see these ladies make the top 16 finalists. Speaking of the standouts from the swimsuit competition, the most eye-catching was Miss Puerto Rico. Ashley Cariño was the first delegate to walk in her vibrant pink swimsuit, and she set the bar so high with her high-energy performance and outgoing energy. She looked stunning in her swimsuit. Miss Dominican Republic Andreína Martínez had a flawless and captivating swimsuit walk with smooth and effortless turns. She looked beautiful with her impactful stage presence. Miss Peru Alessia Rovno looked like a supermodel with her long legs and powerful movements in her pink swimsuit. She looked confident as she walked on the runway. Miss Curaçao Gabriëla dos Santos shined in her green swimsuit as she made great eye contact with the camera. She was being playful and cheerful in her runway walk. Miss Venezuela Amanda Dudamel looked outstanding in her bright pink swimsuit. She was shining and looked captivating in her swimsuit performance. Miss USA Urbani Nola Gabriel. She looked like a phoenix walking down the runway in her vibrant orange swimsuit. She looked gorgeous and she was exuding confidence on the runway. Miss Colombia Maria Fernanda Aristizabal. She looked charming in her lime green swimsuit. Her cape had beautiful flow and movement. Miss Anjikapong gave an inspirational speech about women's empowerment to bring inclusivity and change to the pageantry world, run by women for women, to celebrate the power of femininity. Miss Thailand Anna Sueangam-iam was awarded the title of Social Impact Award to celebrate the outstanding charity work she has been doing in her country, especially for the underprivileged people working in recycling. This year the pageant changed the format from the usual top 20 to top 10 elimination, so all the top 16 semifinalists performed in both swimsuit and evening gown competitions. The ladies who gave a fabulous performance in the evening gown round were: Miss Puerto Rico Ashley Cariño started the evening gown competition, wearing her signature silver style gown with soft fringe details. She looked absolutely beautiful and continued to give a great performance as the first delegate. Miss Dominican Republic Andreína changed her gown from a preliminary pink gown to this silver gown in a different hairstyle. She looked beautiful, but I prefer her with the bun hairstyle she did in the preliminary competition, and she was free with her movements in the pink gown. Miss South African Davi looked magnificent in this pink evening gown with a traditional African design. This was a superior gown compared to her preliminary gown. This was a great styling for Miss South Africa, showcasing her natural hair. Miss Peru wore a similar style gown to her red preliminary gown, but in silver color. She was confident in her walk. Miss Trinidad and Tobago looked stunning in her expensive gold evening gown. It was the perfect color choice for her skin tone. Miss Curaçao Gabriel changed her hair and gown from preliminary. This was a different style for her. I prefer her preliminary gown and hairstyle as it showcased her beauty, and I think the color looks great for her tan skin instead of silver, which is common in Miss Universe. Miss Venezuela Amanda looked like a Greek goddess in this marvelous evening gown. I love the serene color theme of her gown. This gown was an upgrade from her green gown. The styling was pure perfection on Amanda. She was radiating on the stage, one of the best performers. Miss USA Urbani wore a unique gown, simplicity at its finest. She had a great stage presence in this marvelous black dress. She was giving winner vibes looking at her performance. We are halfway through the final review of Miss Universe 2022. If you are enjoying watching this video, then make sure to click the subscribe button and like this video. It will help me with the YouTube algorithm. The announcement of the top 5 was thrilling as fans from around the world were waiting with so much anticipation to know the ladies who made the next round. First finalist was Miss Venezuela Amanda. Question: tell me about a time you felt shame, and how you turned that feeling into fuel. She talked about the forbidden dream of becoming a fashion designer and the importance of following our goal. I wish she had spoken in Spanish as she already had a translator who was on the side. It would have made Amanda more confident as her answer was just safe, but it did not feel impactful. Question for Miss USA. Miss Universe recently made an inclusive change, allowing mothers and married women to compete next year. What is another change you would like to see and why? Miss USA Urbani wants to see the age increase from 28 years old as she believes that age does not define us and this is the time to shine and take action. It was a personal answer as she is 28 years old and she managed to talk about breaking the barrier by allowing more educated women to have the opportunity to join Miss Universe without the age barrier. I loved her answer as it was relatable to many women and she had power in her voice as she answered her question. Question for Miss Puerto Rico. If you're a crowned Miss Universe, how would you represent all of this year's delegates throughout your reign? Miss Puerto Rico Ashley. She wants to use the voices of every single delegate of the Miss Universe to uplift them as the reigning Miss Universe. She gave a satisfactory answer, but I was expecting more from Ashley. Question for Curaçao. If you had the opportunity to speak with the president of your country, what would you want to discuss? She mentioned celebrating the multicultural aspect of her country to her president. Her answer was the weakest in the top 5. She did not make it personable and her voice did not have the commanding power which is required from a beauty queen. She needs to improve her communication skills if she wants to join another beauty pageant. Disappointed with Miss Curaçao's answer. Question for the Dominican Republic. What is the most significant obstacle that women in your country face and what should be done about it? Lack of access to quality education is the most important issue women are facing in her country. She vocalized her answer with a direct approach with strength behind her voice. It was empowering to listen to her answer. It was a beautiful and heartfelt moment to see tribute for Chesley Christ Miss USA 2019. The top 3 were delegates from the Dominican Republic, the USA, and Venezuela. It made sense since they all had given brilliant answers. The final common question was asked to all the top 3 finalists. Question: if you win Miss Universe, how would you work to demonstrate this as an empowering and progressive organization? Miss Dominican Republic talked about the lifestyle does not define who you are, but courage and determination lead you to a successful future. It was a good answer. Urbani said as a designer, she uses fashion as a force for good and she wants to promote a sustainable lifestyle by reducing pollution to save this planet. This was the winning answer because she managed to include 2 key points. First, the title of the New for Good crown and the sustainability approach from the Miss Universe pageant. She was able to make her answer personable through her fashion background and also bring positive change through eco-friendly and sustainable livelihood. This was the moment Miss USA won the crown. She had displayed her knowledge about this pageant and the direction the organization is moving forward. Miss Venezuela Amanda Dudamel. She said she will follow the legacy of Miss Universe who inspired people through messages and transformed through their actions. She also included her profession of being a designer in the end. It was a good answer, but it was unfortunately very similar to Miss USA because they both share the same profession of fashion design. I still think Amanda should have answered in Spanish. This was the last chance for her to prove to everyone why she deserves to win the crown, but it was a missed opportunity. Her delivery was not effective as she could have said it in her native language. The crowning moment began with second runner-up went to Miss Dominican Republic, Andreína Martínez. Then we have 2 final ladies standing between USA and Venezuela. The new Miss Universe went to Miss USA Urbani Nola Gabriel. It was a deserving moment as Urbani shined from the preliminary competition until the question and answer round. Her ability to use her fashion background and turn it into powerful magic made her the most suitable delegate for the sustainable direction of the Miss Universe pageant. This was a great final event despite the shocking semi-finalists and small production, but the top 5 finalists all deserved their position and we ended up with a gorgeous new winner. Congratulations to Miss Universe 2022, Urbani Nola Gabriel from the USA. What did you think of the whole pageant of Miss Universe 2022? Comment below. If you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure to click subscribe button to see more videos like this. Click the super like button and share this video on your social media, so more people can watch this video. Follow us on social media at Pageant Empress to get the latest pageant news and updates. Thank you for watching this video and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye from Admin George.